Hello, hello. Good morning. Hello. 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 Happy rabbit season? Yes, happy rabbit season. I'm really sad because I wanted to do, I wanted to make maybe some rabbit art, something like that. I did not. Unlucky. No time this year. Yeah, I was gonna go... Man. Yeah, my idea was to, like... Rabbit art might appear magically. Yo, that'd be sick. But it's, you know when you're, like... You gotta look like a rabbit, right? So you can be, like, squatting. And then, like, have your hands up. You know? You gotta be kind of like a rabbit. But then you can, like, crop the bottom. So you can see that the legs are squatting. But the bottom is cropped out. Is what I would have done. And it would have been very funny to me. Yes, it would. No time, though. Too busy. When do rabbits squat? Well, it's to have the legs more like... Anyways. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We are playing Emblem. Fear Emblem. Oh god. And my coffee is hella watery today. Which, to be fair, is my fault. You know what's really funny is that I don't generally fuck up making my coffee in the morning. Because I do pour over, so... You know, theoretically, you can fuck that up. And I'm like... I started to wonder, I guess, if it was even possible. Like, what does it even taste like? Is there taste difference if you fuck up your pour over? The answer is yes, there is. This coffee tastes watery as all hell. Which is really funny because this coffee in particular has a, like, very, very, very strong fruity flavor, I suppose. How do I say? So much so that it, like, burns my throat a little bit. And this one just doesn't, because it's piss, it's water, it's nothing. It is still coffee though, which thank God. We just got into wartime. And now that we are in wartime, there's going to be new dialogue in the monastery that we actually need to pay attention to. So, cool. Let's do that. No more skipping all of this. Oh god, are we gonna do all the quests? Look at all the quests. Holy shit.
Hey, you.
Oh, I was gonna explain what I did wrong, by the way. Was, the ratio in which you pour the water, like, you usually pour a little bit at the start to just get the... It like bubbles a little bit. You let it degas because the beans will be a little gassy. So you let it bubble a little bit without putting too much water in. And then you put like 2/3 water of the maximum amount that you want to get. Which I do like 22 grams coffee, which is 350 like grams of water is done. So I am supposed to pour up to like 220, something like that. 210, I guess exactly. No, that'd be 330. Yeah, it's like 220 or something like that. And I only poured like 140. And I was like, oh wait, I didn't pour like anything at all. And the first actual part of the extraction is the more important part for like extracting flavor. And I just goofed it. I completely fucked it. So now we're tasting water. That's it. That's all.
I'm pretty headstrong, but Claude could give me a run for my money. I mean, he's dragged the knights into
What a
this.
shame.
You ought to be careful, Professor.
Wait, what? I paid a lot of attention to what you were saying. Something about Claude, his schemes, and the knights. Yeah, you should also be
Don't
careful.
worry about me. I'm here because I want to be. Also, because being around my big brother feels like a real chore.
Well, you're here because you want to be. Is that?
Excuse me. Could you do me a favor? Excuse me. Could you do me a favor?
Sure. Floral tribute. We'll give Hilda another kind of tribute. Here's a flower.
I'm pretty headstrong.
No, not this. Wait, can I...
Pretty headstrong.
Oh, I have to give it with a gift? Right? Lost item? Ah, thank you for that. I don't know what's been happening with my bot, by the way, but it has been disconnecting the key every time. And I'm not used to needing to reconnect the key every time. So my apologies. It should be good now. Yeah, it's really funny because for a really long time, the bot has been not connected, or the previous version of the bot has been not connected for several reasons. That reason being, it didn't open. Like, I didn't open it yet. Wait, did I do the quest? I didn't do the quest. Welcome, Sable. Morning.
I'm pretty headstrong, but Claude could give me a run for my
I can't tribute you 2 times in a row. Wait, why not? That's an expectation. You need to be able to do that. Also, wait, what did I... Is it not a lost item? Do I need to give... Is it this one? Did I just... Thank you. I appreciate it. But yeah, I have a thing that opens all the required programs at the start. So it, like, opens the bot, VTube Studio, VBridger, and OBS. It's like very, very simple. Just run a number of programs. Is this the one?
Thanks so
Yeah,
much.
there we go.
You're a sweetheart.
And that's been great because it meant that I didn't have to do anything. The bot would open and just run. But I think recently the problem has been that yeah, the bot launches, but it's just not connected, which is super annoying, like incredibly annoying. So I don't know why it's doing that, but there's been a problem the last couple times, so my bad.
Well met, Professor. I trust that you have not had any complaints about me lately.
There have been. I have had complaints. Should I be worried?
Do you find it concerning that I've ceased making advances toward the ladies? I've decided that it would be inappropriate for me to continue my search for a spouse while we are at war. I expect that means you will not be receiving any more complaints. I hope that puts you more at ease. Actually, the introspection I've gained setting aside my search has motivated me to amend my conduct.
You were the problem. You can just say it.
Phrasing I'd choose, but you're not wrong. Selfishly pursuing my own desires caused me to behave inconsiderately. For instance, it was arrogant and rude to invite ladies to dine with me purely to evaluate them. Our experiences in battle have also given me cause to doubt certain preconceptions I once held. Previously, I had considered it a requirement for my future spouse to come from a noble line. I once thought that commoners lacked the power to influence the wider world, as history might suggest. To find a commoner who made a real impact, one has to look all the way back to Nemesis. That was my belief, at any rate. But I realized that I've actually had an influential commoner right in front of me all along.
Who? What?
Don't you see? I'm referring to you.
Don't I have a crest? Do they not know that I have a crest? Wait. We've literally already watched the scene even. Just really funny. Oh, but I guess Nemesis had a crest too, right? That doesn't mean you're necessarily... you know, that makes sense. Yeah, but I, like, 90% of the... Whoa. I'm trying to think of if there are any, like, commoners with crests in the rest of the cast. Because like, the knights, they're not nobles, right? So Catherine has a crest? She's not a noble?
You may wield the power of a crest.
He literally just
more than just
immediately talks about it.
You have managed to charm everyone around you, to compel them to trust and follow you. Though you may not realize it, that is no mean feat. It is altering the course of history in Fodlan. Your example puts my prior beliefs to shame.
Where did the one... Why can't I pick the option that says, yeah, fuck you? Stupid ass Lorenz.
I appreciate the kind words. I have always sought to embody the ideal of nobility. That, at least, is a goal I continue to stand by. But now I know that bloodline alone is not sufficient to gauge a person's worth. I've learned much of this from you. You are humble and open-minded, despite your power and skill. That is why I, at least, find you so charismatic. Perhaps that is the wrong way to say it. What I mean is that you set an admirable example. I can only hope someday to be your equal. Of course, you had better keep an eye on me, because I can achieve anything I set out to do. For I am none other than the handsome and talented Lawrence Elman Gloucester.
Yeah, you got it, mayonnaise boy. Awful. Yeah, I don't remember what I said the last time we had that cutscene, but it's like, you know, good for you. Also, you know, the characters with the most annoying... that start in the most annoying place develop into something, right? Or, like, that's the hope. You need to have started somewhere that you aren't in order to have demonstrated character development, character growth, or whatever.
Professor?
And it is nice in Lorenz's, or a bunch of Lorenz's things. I think particularly with Dorothea, it was like, he has like the flip where he goes, oh shit, I'm being an asshole. It's like, good for you, man. Still annoying. I still find everything about you annoying. And you look like you're... You look like an extended coconut head, face. Loser moron.
Thanks for your help out there. Battles tend to go smoother with you around.
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I want to push you into a locker. There we go. Yes.
I think you did most of the heavy lifting.
No, Shamir, I think
Maybe
you
unwise
actually
to
murder
put this way on
everybody.
the battlefield, but I feel I can trust your commands without question.
Why is that?
Not sure. I might have an idea, but never mind. I've also noticed that you've been putting me in more precarious situations lately. Almost like you know I won't question your orders.
You are reliable.
Ha! I'm glad you trust me to get the job done, but still. I knew you were doing it on purpose.
What?
You're in a very important position now that you're leading the charge against the Empire. Funny to think you used to just teach at the Officers' Academy. Your old students still call you Professor. That's no title for the commander of an army.
I mean...
Relax, I was just having fun. You sure are an interesting one. My people lost the war, and I was left to wander Fodlan alone, but I guess meeting you was my prize. You look confused. Did you not know any of this? I was living in my homeland of Dagda, up until the Imperial Army destroyed it 10 years ago. But being a mercenary, I have no real allegiance. That's why I'm working here now. Don't worry though, I don't plan to turn on you.
That's a reassuring last thing for you to say before we fade to black. Also, wait, does she only go up to B? No, she does go to A. We just didn't have access to that for a while. Also, wait. It's gonna take a while. Understandable. I was like, what event do I need to do Lysithia A? We have Ingrid A and Claude A. Where are those? Map. Oh, I was gonna say, where's, what about Wrath? And we literally did it last time.
Oh, hey there. What are you doing up at this hour?
I don't sleep. Or, sorry, I couldn't sleep.
Is that right? I guess the more you have to think about, the harder it is to fall asleep. At times like this, I like to gaze up at the stars to clear my head. I've been that way since I was a kid. Looking up at the big, starry sky makes my dreams feel small, which makes it feel like I can actually make them come true. I didn't believe in gods when I was a kid. Maybe that's because the night sky took their place for me.
I was gonna say, when I look up, I actually feel vertigo. That's what I feel when I look at the stars.
Hey, Teach. Will you talk with me a while?
That's why we're
I
here.
bet you figured this out, but I wasn't born in Fodlan. Where I come from, the people of Fodlan are looked down on as cowards. Technically, that cowardice runs in my veins. On my mother's side, anyway. That's why the people who were around me when I was growing up thought of me as an outsider. But I don't believe the people of Fodlan are cowards. That kind of perspective is just based on ignorance. The person from Fodlan who I know best is my mother. She fell in love with a man from the wrong side of the border and had the guts to leave home to pursue that love. I always threw that in the faces of anyone who tried to make a fool of me. My mother is proof the people of Fodlan aren't all cowards. Just saying that doesn't achieve anything, though. I need to destroy the prejudices that have taken root in my homeland.
You should talk to Edelgard. I heard she's really good at doing that. Like, obliterating people, just like absolutely slam dunking, destroying, decimating, you could say.
That's why I came here, to see Fodlan with my own eyes. I thought I might be able to find a new perspective that could help me change things. And what did I find? That the people here view anyone who's an outsider as a beast of sorts. I was shocked. Even though our cultures and beliefs are completely different, our two lands have that much in common. That's when I realized the only way to change things is to bring the whole world together and start anew.
Yeah. Claude. Well, allow me to explain to you. What if we, hear me out, Claude. What if we joined the Empire and then we restarted all of Fodlan? Okay, the boss. Okay, fucking Age of Darkness looking ass motherfucker, like, time to go kill Pleen Pleen Plon and then say see you later.
That's the dream I've been working towards since I first entered the Officers Academy 5 years ago. To unify the Alliance, and then all of Fodlan, and to bring a new set of values to this new land of mine. After that, I'd expand that vision to the rest of the world, break down the walls, and let a new perspective come rushing in. Start all over. Do you think that's just a crazy pipe dream, or a brilliant ambition?
I really think you should talk to Edelgard. I heard she wants to do very similar things to you.
Not too long ago, I would have said it was too much for me to accomplish on my own. But that's not how I feel anymore. And that's because I have you on my side now. Lately, I've spent a lot of time thinking about how I wouldn't have made it this far without you. You and me, Teach, we can go anywhere. Do anything. I hope that you always walk in step with me. At least, until the day comes when we can look out at the peaceful world we've built. Together.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. What if someone donates for Maidenless? What if? So we have Hilda and Ingrid. Where are they? I think I need to... Oh. It's like, I think I have to reload the map. I do not. One of them's is over here.
Professor.
I think we might have
Apologies
already
for
done
bothering
this.
you so late. I just really wanted to speak with you.
Sure. What's going on?
You see, I've been feeling conflicted about my future. It may seem petty to worry about such things in the middle of a war like this.
I mean, like... I was gonna say the problem is if you're distracted, you're gonna die, maybe, so don't do that.
This isn't something I open up about with many people. Feeling such a sense of inner turmoil while a war rages on, and others are fighting with all they have, well, it feels a little selfish. The truth is, I've wanted to be a knight ever since I was a small child.
No, you?
Like
Really?
one you might find serving within the castle guard.
No way.
But a true knight, one serving a master. However, my father has always had different plans for me. He wants me to marry for the benefit of the Galatea family.
Yeah, just kick their ass if they come after
My
you.
father feels wrong. I've seen how he's struggled over the years. His burden has always been far greater than any I've had to bear myself. While he fed me extravagant meals, he subsisted on meager portions and watered-down soups. He never once complained, even though he must have been starving. Knowing his sacrifices, I've never been able to tell him of my dream of becoming a knight. Although ultimately, I find myself betraying his wishes. Now that I've parted ways with my father, there is nothing to stop me from pursuing my dream. But even if I do become a knight, I feel an unease deep within me. I fear I will never escape this guilt I carry, that I have shunned my duty as a noble.
Well, you can't be a noble knight? You archetype? Yeah, just do both. Just, you could be a knight and then just marry somebody when there is no war. We're gonna stop all war, Ingrid, so it's fine. Everything is fine. Why not both? It's probably this one, though. Not that the answer actually matters, but...
All I can do is accept this inner turmoil. Even with the academy days long behind us, you're still a professor through and through. Always listening to others' troubles and offering up your wisdom. I really am grateful for all that you do for us, Professor.
Yeah, I'm like a little
I hope
wise.
you'll always be here as a guide to everyone. I know I myself would appreciate that deeply.
Yeah, I'm a little wise. I've got a little bit of wisdom in me. I can do a little bit of wisdom. I do the wisdom thing.
Right.
I don't remember if we've done Hilda B and A. We might have done it in the first playthrough.
There are a lot of hardworking people here at the academy, huh? Even Claude. He acts carefree, but secretly he's so serious. Everyone focuses on training with.
Well, she's talking about Claude, so maybe it's a little different.
I must protect my friends, even if I have to risk my neck.
Uh-huh.
Of course, I'll try to protect them, but I don't understand why anyone would want to risk their life for someone else. When you die, no matter how you died, it's over. To me, it's more important to enjoy life. We only live once, after all.
You only live once. YOLO.
Time working and being responsible.
YOLO,
right?
guys. YOLO. Based in real TBH. It's a waste of time. No.
Well,
You're
no matter
stupid.
What people may think, I'm going to keep being me. So in our next battle, I'll support everyone from the sidelines.
I mean, that's literally what she's doing.
Aw,
So
come on, please. How about I do something for you as a way of saying thanks? Oh, I know. I'll let you join me for dinner in the city.
what the hell?
Two pretty ladies strolling around town. I'm sure someone will treat us. Okay, just think on it.
I'm good. You know what, Hilda? I'm good. Okay, so now we have all these other supports and people to talk to around the monastery. Let's see. Who's... Oh, man. There's no Bernadetta. Feels weird, man. Feels weird. Professional mooch Hilda.
No.
It's just like, yeah, Professor, we're gonna go out and scam some guys. Let's do it.
Professor?
Check out my grift. Free meals.
Greetings, Professor. Nothing to report. You know, it's such a thrill to be able to greet you like this again. I almost died as well in the battle 5 years ago, but I won't allow any enemies to get into this place again. I promise you that.
I
Even
believe
if
you.
the Death Knight shows up, I'll be sure to... Well, for now, I'll keep training, so I can eventually feel confident that I can stop him.
You got a gatekeeper.
Professor,
Hello, Coconut Head.
I have written to my father to signal my intention.
Wow,
to
thank you.
remain
I
here.
appreciate
Not
that,
I
Tim.
require his approval to do so. There is not much for me to gain by returning to Alliance territory now. But by staying, I will be able to influence the course of events directly on the field of battle. We will not be friends, but I will cooperate with him as much as is necessary to secure victory.
Understandable. How's it going, Tim? How's it going? Bernie would make a good hamburger?
Yes, sir.
What do you mean by that? Literally, what do you even mean by that?
I hope things. Hey, how about a favor?
Got a favor to ask.
Man, all these...
Professor.
Not the random quests, I was skipping all of them pre-time skip. But now I feel obliged to do them. I can't stay, gotta go celebrate birthday soon. Yo, true. True.
Hey,
How are you
I could
celebrating?
use a hand.
I need a favor.
I also have a family function to go to after this, so... Cannot stay for an extra amount of time. Also, I don't get to go to Commander today. Where I was going to... I mean, I didn't take the time to do it, but if I was going today, I was going to troll people with Zedro again, because I just want to give people Cather's Crusade, dude. It's so funny. It's just really funny, man. Like... Raphael would make a great steak. What? Like...
During his search for her
Like you're
grace,
gonna
the
eat him?
Archbishop, Seteth has visited churches all across the land.
Oh, I know what
He
you're
served to
saying. You're
demonstrate
saying
to
you
the
want to,
Cross
like...
Fodlan that the
You
church
want to
itself
eat
is
Raphael's
still
meat.
going strong.
I got you, Tim. Appreciate you clarifying that.
As a result, the faithful are not currently in a state of chaos.
Yep, I was paying attention to that. Hello, Flame.
Professor, I am so glad you are unharmed. No matter the path you walk, I will be with you every step of the way.
Well, that's a lie. This is a lie. Flame literally just lied to my face. So you're saying that if I abandoned, like, the monastery and went to go serve Edelgard, you would follow me? Is that what you're saying? You literally ditched me on the other run.
Anything you ask of me, I shall see it through. You saved my life, and I am in your debt.
Alright, Flame, we're defecting. We're gonna go to Edelgard. We're gonna kill the losers in this monastery. We're murdering all of them, actually. Appreciate you. I didn't realize that your mind thought that way. What would others think of you now? What do you mean, what would others think of me?
Okay.
I literally have, like a 3-minute meme edit of me talking about riding dragons. I think my self-respect went out the window about 3 years ago. Probably. Something like that. Like a long time ago.
During the Millennium Festival, the leaders of all territories were supposed to gather together and pledge perpetual peace. But now that hope has been dashed, thanks to the Emperor's actions. The kingdom is also vastly different than before. I guess we'll never return to the world as it was 5 years ago.
Yeah, can't really do that when Edelgard is trying to, you know, conquer, conquest, like, take over, etc., do all those things. No Empire, no problems. Well, I guess the problem is that then the Empire wouldn't be there. Like, pre-war Empire, etc., just wouldn't be there. Hi, dog. Hello, doggy.
In the Alliance, the Lords have been at odds, so peace and prosperity have declined there as well. In particular, bandits have been appearing in large numbers near the Great Bridge of Murden. Rumor has it that the domain's lord, someone by the name of Acheron, is a completely ineffectual leader.
Well, sounds good.
Hi.
I think they maybe potentially have other problems to deal with. Maybe. But Acheron is also like that. He is a little bit of an incompetent dumbass, so. We'll never be able to return to the world as it was 5 years ago. Me thinking about COVID. Yeah, it's crazy for me to think 5 years ago, I just like... I don't know. 5 years ago, I was like waking up and doing Arknights dailies. You know what I mean? It's pretty bizarre. It's very funny to me that at around that time, the thing that I started playing was the doctor game about curing people from rock cancer. Wow, 5 years ago, huh? And now I am a depressed workaholic. Incredible. I love that.
Yes. Edelgard is controlling the Empire. She is putting the pressure on the Kingdom in alliance. Empire and religion are at open war. It will be difficult for us at first, but corrupt nobles are many. That means the common people will rebel and be joining our side. With you, Professor, the battle tides will turn. I have certainty.
That's reassuring. Relatable king? Wait, who? Huh? Eh? Oh, we haven't talked to Claude yet. Right, I need to remember that I should be doing this on a route of some kind so that I don't forget anybody. But yeah, welcome, Henry. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I can also relate to being overworked and underpaid. True gamer.
Yes.
Teach. Hey there, my friend. It's funny how the monastery was once in ruins, but now it's downright bustling. Thanks to a little promise 5 years ago, our buddies have all gathered, and even the knights have returned. It's like we were all just waiting for you to awaken.
Literally, though. Literally the entire game world. Just chilling. Loading screen.
And now, we're all going to band together against the Imperial Army. You should go and talk to everyone if you can. There may be some who are still on the fence.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I was... really is a shame. There's so many things I didn't want to do. Not enough time.
Yes.
I would really like to edit more. I have like 6 VODs downloaded. I just started the I really wanted to edit the Design the Spire actually, because I feel like I have learned more, I suppose, since I did the previous one. And I would like to do that. To do. Because there's a lot more, I suppose, dead time not talking about stuff. It is really funny, though. I did the start of it, and it's like, alright, guys, hopefully the game's gonna work. And then it's just like 3 seconds of the starting screen where nothing was there, and it's just broken. It's like, well... This shit's so funny to me. God damn it. I wish I could edit more, man. I don't know. Maybe it's because, like, I grew up on meme videos as well. So I feel a certain pull towards wanting to do it.
Hey, Professor! You won't believe what happened.
What happened?
I figured I couldn't go back to the Empire after Garrick Mach fell, so I started drifting across the Kingdom and Alliance. Then, I just happened to run into our old class, so we came back to the monastery together.
So, Caspar didn't actually, like, come back. He was just being like a, well, I was gonna say brigand, but like, he's not a bandit necessarily. He was just like wandering when he got here.
Flying alongside you and everyone else is a dream come true, Professor. And don't worry about my little sis. Right now, she's back home helping out with the family business. I kind of figured I was gonna be stuck going back and taking over for her. But thanks to you and Claude, I get to work on my dream of becoming a proper knight.
It's good. That's good, Raph. I'm glad your family isn't getting bowled over by the current state of there being a war.
What's up? It's not just for my village that I'm fighting alongside you here, you know. It's also that Captain Gerald asked me, his first and greatest apprentice, to look out for you. Of course, it wouldn't be enough just to keep you alive. It's my duty to make sure you win, too. So do your best, Professor, and count on me to watch your back.
I will not be doing any of that considering you are level 15. But thank you, Leonie. I appreciate the thought. Oh, there's a quest item here. Beep.
Even with the church in shambles, we can still pray. The goddess will surely hear our prayers. But still...
Yeah, I don't know if she will. You know, I have this, like, weird thing, like, you know, I was kind of, like, working with the goddess kind of a little bit, and, like, you know, they just kind of, no, they're gonna hear you, they're not exactly around right now. Have you ever used Ignots and Leonie in a playthrough? We used Leonie last time. She was an assassin. And she did the thing that every assassin does, which is, never land her assassinates. But it was cool in concept. Boy donated to use, Leonie. But unfortunately, it was, like, just not very good. Because we used her in the Crimson Flower and then the, what's it, Silver Snow? Like, those two routes. Because I didn't want to restart all the way back from the beginning. So I used the same party. But in the second one, when she was an assassin, she used a ranged weapon, which made it safer. But the first time was very much like, wow, this Leonie is going to go attack. She can't attack because she's gonna die. So she turned into... So Assassin had the thing where, like, you can't be targeted, right? So she turned into an impregnable wall bot, where she would just use it, and then everyone in front of her, like, would be the targets that are in range that they can attack and only deal 1 damage to, and then Leonie could not be targeted, so... I will hear your prayers, Mary. Yes, please. Come here. You can lap pillow. She was always stat screwed for me when I didn't baby her at the beginning of the game. That's reasonable. I think... I don't really know how to say this, but... I feel like all my melee units are always fucking terrible. Because... on Maddening, you want everything to be dead, or you want to dodge things. And if you're dodging things, you're not necessarily attacking or retaliating, because you want to, like, alert stance or something. So, I don't know. It's just... it's just awkward. Like, I wish I could have a melee unit that I could confidently put in the front line, but I literally can't do that. Did Marianne lose her horses? I don't know. Dorta would be in the stable. So if we have horses at the stable, I'm going to assume Dorte is good. And to answer if I've used Ignots, I have not. We used them at the start of this run before we recruited the rest of our roster, but for context, I was going to say clarification, but for context, most of the people that I'm using this run and the runs previous were donated for. So, welcome, Dead Memer. I had a Raph that hard carried dodging nothing. Really? That's impressive. We're using Raph this run because he was donated for. Currently highest donation as well for marriage. And I don't know how I feel about that. Can someone please donate for maidenless so that we can potentially not need to marry any of these people? I'd really appreciate that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Raph is gonna end up being very good after we get the, what's it called? The thing where you can't get doubled. My wallet is closed. Yeah, no worries. That wasn't a... That was more of a call out to the universe, not, you know.
Oh, good.
Not you specifically. Quick riposte? Yeah, that's the one where you can't get doubled, right? Just so that, you know, he doesn't fucking die. I'm gonna try using Iggy in my Blue Lions run. Right, well, I mean, he's a good unit. We've just never used him. And, yeah, so who in the roster were we donated for? So we're using Claude because he is the house leader. Lorenz was donated for. Raph was. I always use Lysithia. Casper was. Petra was. And Ingrid was. Hanneman was as well. Hanneman and Shamir both were. So. God, there's a non-0% chance that I marry this old man. It turns an okay unit into a monster. Quick riposte is busted. Is it actually? Like, when I read it, I just assume... I don't know. When I read it, I don't assume that it's broken, but who knows, maybe it is.
Professor, I have a proposal. Why not go beyond the Knights of Seros? Instead, uniting with allies from all across Fodlan to fight for our cause. Looking back, it would have been best to ally with the Kingdom and join forces against the Empire. But now the Kingdom is not exactly, well...
Well, what's wrong with the Kingdom? What's the problem? What's the issue with the Kingdom? Is perhaps Dimitri insane? The old man marriage wouldn't last long and he looks like he has money. Yo, true! True, dude! So true! The description of the skill doesn't make it sound very good. That's fair. Dimitri has given up on life. Yo, relatable. So relatable. So true, so based. I also hear the voices of my ancestors yelling at me. Stop being a goddamn tomboy on the internet. Stop it. Stop doing that. Go do something useful with your life. Why you guys gotta be so mean to Hanneman? He's just an old nerd.
Okay.
Clearly because I like bullying old men. What are they gonna do? Discipline me? That's crazy, dude. Stupid. Stupid bit. Very dumb. What Quick Riposte does is half enemy damage and double unit damage. Complank, thank you. Also, I wanted to read this. Most physical units have 40 strength growth, while most magic units, aside from a few like Dorothea, have 50 magic growth, and all magic classes give plus 10 magic growth, while the same is just not true for physical classes. Yeah, again, my concern isn't dealing enough damage, right? I think that having an axe and whacking people with an axe is actually quite good. Like, Smash as a weapon art is just very strong. Like, high crit rate, kill things. The problem is that when you put anybody into melee range, provided you haven't killed literally everything in the area, they will die to getting doubled. Like, every time. And that's just like, why would I do that when I can just like satellite nuke things from the other side of the map with Thersis? So, to be fair, he could only carry my run because he had 97 HP, 43 defense, and 41 strength. What are the stats on my current ref? How do I even check this? Like this? His defense is currently 21, 29 strength, and how much HP does he have? 64. That was endgame? Yeah. I was wondering, like, in comparison, what is he at right now to where he could be? So. Well, I guess we should probably get Raph to War Master so that he can be useful instead of leaving him on this... I was going to say busted class, but busted in the sense that it's, like, not good or unplayable. I was really thinking, like, don't worry, guys. We're really going to pop off with the defensive tank, defensive Nosferatu tank Raphael, and it's like, no, dude, that's not... It's really not how that works at all, unfortunately. Master the War Master class and put him in Grappler. Does Grappler have better growth than War Monk? Probably, right? Let's talk to these two. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm more of a mercenary than a knight these days. I work to get paid. I never was too attached to Fodlan. I was considering leaving soon.
I think these are probably the same as they were last run. Grappler has an insane combat art. Mostly for Fierce Iron Fist. 3 attacks per round. Wait, what? Why did no one tell me that Grappler had a frickin' like triple attack?
In Lady Rhea's absence, I will follow you. That's what she would want me to do. Know that wherever you might lead us,
I literally didn't know that.
For Lady Rhea. Good, because I will not budge on that point. Welcome back, Professor.
See, what we could have done was made Grappler Lysithea with Magic Fists. Magic Fists? Do Magic Fists exist? It's class locked, so you lose it if you go for War Master.
Okay. I'm thinking...
Well, we're gonna take War Master to do the thing. Female units can't be grapplers? That's sad. Because last run we had Lysithea on Magic Bow so that she could Hunter's Volley with a Magic Bow, and that was insane. She killed literally everything. Not that Lysithea needed any help doing that, but it was pretty dope. It was pretty dope. We had to feed cats to get magic crystals to actually pay for all of her magic bows. But when it worked, it did a basquillion fucking damage. So, yeah, that's too bad. Female units can't be grapplers, because if it was 3 attacks or a fist Lysithea, that would have been very cool. Yeah, that makes sense. As in, like, it is a delineation that they wanted to do. But it's too bad because she can't punch people 3 times, because that would have been cool. Constance is the best magic brawler because of her exclusive combat art. I don't know. Constance has an exclusive combat art, but that doesn't necessarily mean having higher magic growth and just punching things with Aura Knuckles is better.
Really?
So, that's still possible. That's still a thing we could have done.
It's been fixed up quite a bit, but its battle scars aren't so easily erased. To think that a glorious cathedral with a 1,000-year history would end up like this.
It really is a shame.
I'll rebuild this place someday. This cathedral is the symbol of Fodlan. Maybe I should paint a picture of the beautiful cathedral of old. Well, I still remember what it looked like.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
Well,
I think that'd be good. I think other people would appreciate that too. I could never imagine like a cathedral being this busted up. It's very sad. because I don't know. Like, I can I can barely prepare a piece of artwork for Easter. Man, I'm so sad I didn't make something. I really should have. And there are people out here fucking hauling stone columns and shit to make big ass buildings. A lot of mages have random magic combat arts. They're all pretty good, but spells have range. Yeah, basically. That's kind of the main thing. But I think it would have been funny to have Lysithea get in there and punch. Wait, Lysithea could have been our Nosferatu tank.
I'm thinking...
Lysithea could have been a Nosferatu tank this run. And then we make her like a, I don't know, whatever punchy class or an Aura Fists. She could have Aura Fists and Nosferatu. I mean, she's already doing something. She's already soul blading people into the other, into the sun, basically. So Nosferatu is really heavy, though. I don't care. I don't care. Nosferatu tank doesn't really work if you die from the first attack. I mean, it's fine. We would just give her a quick repost, even though we can't do that. even though you literally can't do that. Who's the dancer? Our dancer is Petra. Petra is our dancer because last... Yeah, I can't hear you. Exactly. I'm not listening. No. Lysithea is gonna be a tank. No, see, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a Fortress Knight Lysithea, and we're gonna give her Aura Fists. And then everything is gonna be okay. She's gonna have a shield. She's gonna have the heaviest shield in the game. We're gonna get the Aegis, the thing that gives you like Pavis or whatever. So we're gonna take that, and then we're gonna give her Aura Fists, and we're gonna give her Nosferatu, so that she could run in there with Nosferatu and a shield and Fortress Knight, tank a bunch of damage, and then Nosferatu people. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Quick riposte does genuinely feel unnecessary to make a Nosferatu tank work in this game. Yeah. Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, but our dancer is Petra because she was originally going to be something else, but she kind of carried our last run, so I didn't want to do that again. So she's our dancer. That's a New Game Plus build right there. Yeah, I mean, I suppose so. You could do some funny stuff with that. We are playing New Game Plus, but we didn't, we basically just did it to skip Professor levels, and I sold, like, all of the battalions and stuff from the previous run. I just didn't want to fish. Fishing is quite miserable. Hello?
I've grown weary and impatient. These past 5 years, my hands have been bound. But now, I can finally take action with a clear goal. I'm grateful to you and to everyone.
Okay,
Down
yeah.
the Empire.
Yeah, fuck the Empire. Yeah, we hate those guys. Claude being like, we have to make a new world order. It's like, yeah, we're the good guys. Guys, we're the good guys. We're always the good guys when we're the protagonist. You could give Lysithea a guard adjutant as well. Oh, true. Byleth and Dorothea can Nosferatu tank due to having plus 20 avoid. Vlad, don't get bad thoughts at Lysithea's hands being bound. So I was gonna say that I was like, was Lysithea just like walking around in like handcuffs or something? Just like my hands were bound for 5 years. It's like, how did you survive? How'd you eat? How'd you do that? That's kind of impressive, actually. That's commitment to the bit. Let me tell you. Merry Christmas? What? It's... What? Huh? Huh? Nah. Nani? Welcome, Rav. What do you mean by that? Lab rats need to be fed. That's crazy. That is a crazy thing to say to Lysithia. I will not hear the slander.
Professor, 5 long years I've searched for you and the Archbishop. It is a pleasure to see you again. The Church of Seros will follow you from now on, but please do not abandon the search for Lady Rhea.
Yeah, we'll totally find her. Don't worry.
I know the battles ahead will be dire, but we will support you with all our strength.
It's entirely accurate to her backstory. Listen, you know, I don't refer to people as like high school failures if they're doing something else, you know. I don't go, oh yeah, well 5 years ago you were a turbo loser, so I'm just gonna call you a turbo loser forever now. But it's accurate. You were a turbo loser 5 years ago. It's accurate.
Thankfully, it appears the records and equipment I need for my research have not been damaged. I am most curious, though. You say you were asleep for 5 whole years. Incredible.
Yeah, that'd be a little hard on yourself. No. See, 5 years ago, I was a turbo giga Chad. I was a turbo Chad.
Perhaps this is another effect of your crest. I do look forward to investigating you in greater detail.
What does he mean by investigate? You know, like, is this like a double entendre? Is this an innuendo? Like, when we say, like, investigate, like examine my crest, like, what's the down low on this one? Like, what is crest studying? Like, when you say, like, when you tell me to activate my crest, is that like I'm just wondering what the... Okay, so anyways, maybe later.
I'll have to be content with observing you wherever you go then. I cannot waste any opportunity.
Is the crest near the abdomen? I actually don't know where Byleth's crest is. It's on her hand, isn't it? Doesn't it, like, activate on her hand? We talked to everybody on the monastery? I think we have. Oh, we haven't talked to people in Abyss. But these people might be the same. You did a little moan before saying all that? Well, I was trying to ask questions, you know? I was just trying to, like, out loud, you know what I'm saying? A crest is not a physical thing on the body. Oh, so he's gonna have to, like, search around for it.
These past 5 years have been so chaotic, even the bounty hunters backed off. I kinda miss the chase. I don't have family ties worth fighting for, so these muscles are up for grabs. Use me as you see fit, pal.
Understandable. You will sit on the sidelines.
Just point me at a problem and I'll smash it up for you. If you're worried my skills have dulled from disuse, think again. I've been fighting thieves to stay sharp.
You got it, buddy pal. Wait, what quest do you have?
Got a favor to ask.
Thieves at the throat? Yeah. Crazy if there was just a bunch of thieves at your throat. That's wild. Peering directly into your soul with some kind of crazy jeweler's loop. Legitimately. It's those, I don't know, any of those meme comics that are like, oh, are you gonna, like, inspect my crest? Like, are you gonna look into my soul or something? And then Hanneman's just trying to do his fucking job. Byleth is, like, doing the wave. Careful with that mission, nothing but Wyvern Riders. I think we did it last time, and it was really annoying. because they have I think I remember it. It's the one where Wyvern Riders spawn on the bottom and top like every turn, right? And the annoying thing about infinite reinforcements, for the record, is that like it's really, really hard to make it in between the cycles. So I don't know. That shit just sucks. Hate that shit. It's so annoying.
Back, finally! I've been waiting for so long. I thought you might have died. But I didn't have anywhere else to go, so I stayed here. I'll think about it. I've been kind of lonely.
I think I'm not going to talk to the people in Abyss because I should have already talked to all of them in a previous run. Because their dialogue sounds familiar, so I don't think it changed at all. Speaking of which, Claude's paralogue is going to be really annoying. Maybe. The thing is, our party is actually like pretty good this time around. Like the last time, our last run was very difficult because all of our units were bad. Like we had a magic casting Edelgard that couldn't hit anything. We had Fortress Knight Byleth, which did no damage. And like couldn't keep up with anybody. Like we were being mono carried by Lysithea and Petra. It was, yeah, Darkflyer Bernie was so bad, dude. It was so bad. Bernie's great. We love Bernie here, but it was not the most amount of damage. It was not particularly impressive in the damage department. Wyvern to the left of me, Wyvern to the right. Here I am, stuck in the middle with you. Terrible. Awful. Awful, awful, awful. Alright. Watch some of these.
The earth nurtures the trees, and the trees bear fruit. It's the earth itself that gives us all life. O Fodlan, land of plenty, bless us with the gift of delicious food.
What are you doing?
Shut up, Lorenz.
It's just you, Lawrence.
I already don't like what you're
Disturbed
saying.
by your ridiculous blather. Must you recite it quite so loudly?
I will suplex you.
And can you even call that nonsense poetry when it is utterly ignorant of rhyme and meter?
Ouch! You don't hold back, do you? I didn't know you were so particular about poetry. Ha! Maybe you have a secret poetry collection of your own hidden somewhere.
That's absurd. Where did you hear that? And just what was that poem about? It seemed to me that you were praising the land. But is it not the goddess who nurtures the land? Should your praise
Why is
not
there
go to
no
her instead?
music in this scene?
Of course you zero
It's
in on
really
that
awkward.
detail. You really are a Fodlan noble through and through.
Certainly.
Damn, the roast.
Aren't you?
I'm not quite the same, no. Though noble blood flows within me, it can't change who I am at heart.
Pardon? I think you had best clarify.
Listen, Lawrence, you had ambitions of becoming the Alliance's ruler, didn't you? Would you like to try that for real? If you really want it, I wouldn't mind giving up my position.
What's this all of a sudden? That is not an offer to be made.
Well, it's just like, I don't even want it,
I'm
man.
not joking around. I've been thinking it for a while now. I originally thought you were like a fox drawn in by the deer of the Alliance. But I was wrong. You're no thoughtless predator. You're trying to properly train the deer around you. Isn't that right?
That is my intention. But the ambition is insufficient. To rule well, a certain temperament is required. When we first met, I mistrusted you a great deal, and on my father's advice, I observed you closely.
Can you imagine having one strand of hair covering half your eyeball at all times? Honestly, it's just long hair problems.
That is why I can say this for certain. You possess the qualities necessary to govern.
A compliment from you? That's about as rare as a deer standing on its hind legs and doing a jig.
Merely a statement of fact. One that is
I guess
quite
one
relevant to the
strand is
future of
less
the
than, like,
Alliance.
The future of the Alliance, huh?
you know,
You
most
really
of your
are
bangs or
devoted to your
whatever.
cause.
Depending on your actions, I may yet see fit to seize your position for myself. Bear that in mind.
I welcome the idea. It means I can feel safe vanishing whenever I see fit.
Vanishing?
If you cosplay as Claude, it really is a problem. Yeah, could you imagine? Sorry, I'm paying a lot of attention to the support. Could you imagine you're like driving to a con or something, and then you're like, "No, I need the one piece of hair to be in front of my eyeball. I can't see the road, but I need it to be there." You see through it pretty easily, and your brain learns to tune it out. That's fair. I could see that.
Ha! First you compliment me, and now you're worrying about me? What have you done with the real Lawrence? No, I'm not going to die. I'm tough.
Gotta go with the bangs completely covering one eye.
This war isn't just for the Alliance anymore. It's going to decide the fate of all Fodlan. It would be cruel to leave you with the burden of uniting all of Fodlan by yourself, don't you think?
Burden? Please. If there were none other suitable, I would gladly become a king. Or even an emperor.
Well.
Lorenz, I don't think you should be
take Lawrence of the famous
doing
House Gloucester
any
so
of that.
lightly. Really, though. Don't you go dying on me either, Lawrence. We're going to need men like you in the age to come.
The same to you, Claude. A world without you would be ever so dull.
Now, kid. I was like, I wanted to say, I don't know how I feel about this, in the sense that I don't think you should be complimenting Lawrence, and also mostly that. Just don't give him any credit for anything, please. Please do not.
Strategically speaking, if I poised an archer to lie in wait here, and then lured the enemy in over here...
Lysithea, are you up late studying again?
I am, but I don't see how it's any of your business.
Look, you don't need to work yourself so hard. You're already as skilled as they come. There aren't many people out there who can match you. Everyone knows that.
I apologize for my sharpness. I just feel pressured.
Why would you...
By the way, have I mentioned that I'm dying?
I place a lot of personal pressure on myself. I need to become as strong as possible to put my parents at ease.
When I met with Count Ordelia before, he said you were his pride and joy.
Oh.
He also said his only concern was that you might be pushing yourself too hard. If you really want to make your parents happy, surely you should start by taking care of yourself.
That's true.
Then it's settled. Get some rest. Save your energy for tomorrow's battle.
All right. Support conversation over. Lysithea goes to sleep and is done. I really want to skip it for the bit, but I know we can't go back and play the scene again. These two should kiss.
You really are very mature, Claude, despite the impression you give off. And I clearly have plenty of growing to do.
I was like, if they end together, do they find a cure for her dying crest cancer?
Oh, really? Does that mean you won't get mad if I treat you like a child from now on?
That is absolutely.
If I bullied you relentlessly, would you be mad at me?
After you finally earned a small degree of respect from me too.
Hey, just think about it for a second. You're the only one in the world I treat like this. That means you're a pretty special person to me.
You think I'm special?
Sorry, I just remember the start of the game where Claude is like, yeah, and I bully Lysithea because I think it's funny. Like, it's like, yeah, I just think it's funny when I bully Lysithea. It's just funny. It's a great bit. It's so funny.
Take it however you like. Or maybe the thought is too much for a kiddo like you.
Jeez, man.
Don't do anything you might regret. I don't want to be turned to dust.
I'm feeling generous, so I'll let you off easy this one time.
Yeah, Claude is like, haha, funny, here, get bullied, very funny, and she's like, 2x my asthma. Fucking die.
Well, that's good of you. All joking aside, go get yourself some shut-eye, okay? After all, if you don't hurry up, the boogeyman might come out and eat you.
Jesus, dude.
You asked for it.
2x miasma. Die! Miasma yourself. Now! Do it now! Miasma now!
Claude, what are you doing?
The training equipment needed maintenance, so I thought I'd give it a good cleaning and some oil.
Why is that for you to do?
If you intend to use something a lot, it's on you to take good care of it.
You
Can't
are
believe
a noble
Claude
who does
died
not
to
have
Ligma.
fear of working with hardness or becoming dirty. And you can climb trees. I am impressed.
She would 100% die on the counterattack before she got her second attack off. Are you familiar with the skill Desperation? Did you see how much damage she took from those insults? She would have gone...
Thanks, but to be honest, I don't think being a noble really has anything to do with anything. Nobles and commoners are all equal here. We're all buddies. Even you do chores, don't you? Social rank doesn't matter when you put your life in each other's hands. I like that about this place.
I have your same opinion. Status is something chosen by chance, not by a person. Everything became different when I came from Bridget to the Empire. Nobility does not stop life from surprising you.
I know just what you mean. It's not like the ancestors of the nobility or royalty were selected by the goddess herself, after all. What does origin or status matter? In the grand scheme of things, we're all just insignificant mortals. Nobility isn't a matter of birthright alone. At least not in my eyes.
Claude, you are very much strange for a noble.
Thanks, and same to you. You're a princess of Bridget, right? If I'm a strange noble, you are too.
I am normal in Bridget.
What did they mean by
in
this?
Fodlan, you are an abnormality.
An abnormality, am I? Gentleman that I am, I'll go ahead and take that as a compliment.
I think also that your heart is kind. I am thinking you will be a good king.
I'll remember that. But for now, this equipment isn't going to clean itself.
I will be helping you. We will join in our efforts.
You're an abnormality, princess. A wonderful
Oh
abnormality.
my god. Sorry, when it was like, this equipment isn't gonna clean itself, and I was like, yeah, you tell her that, Claude. Be like, wow, this sword isn't gonna clean itself, like, presents sword. And she's like, I'm gonna help clean. It's like, wait, I was joking. Wait, it was a prank. Wait, it didn't mean it. Oh my god. His sword needs polishing, yeah. With Samurai, Claude goes out of his way to find a cure and says he has one and takes her far away. It's unknown where they went. I see. Understandable. Got it.
Ah, hello, Ingrid. A good day to you.
Well, hello there. If it isn't Claude, always a pleasure.
You put in a fine performance in training today. I must redouble my own efforts.
Claude, what the
kind of
fuck
you
are
to
you
say.
doing? Stop that.
By the by, do you have a moment to spare? I have been meaning to ask for your input on some new strategies.
Oh, goodness. Only if you think someone as lowly as myself might be of service.
But of course, I value your skills more highly than most
Oh
any
my
other.
god.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, time out. Listen, Ingrid, do you really have to say, oh goodness, every couple of seconds?
What do you expect? Speaking to me as you were, I only responded in kind.
What? Do I sound that strange? I thought I was acting earnest and industrious.
I mean, yes, you do.
Sure.
You sound nothing short of ridiculous.
We'll say you were trying, buddy.
Sheesh. Have you
What
been
is
in a mirror
happening?
lately?
Is this
You're the one who's been
flirting?
walking around like Queen uptight.
Excuse me? I'll admit it was a bit forced, but it certainly doesn't warrant such a title.
Look, this was fresh and fun for a while, but maybe it's time we called it quits. Acting like this isn't us. We're just going to make everyone
I
think we've
think,
gone mad.
guys, is this Riz?
I agree. I must say, I have an easier time getting on with you when you're you, in all your you-ness. Come to think of it, You've always been more reliable than most anyone I know, when it really mattered.
Well, thanks for saying that.
I love how there's just some A supports that, you know, it has the intimate music in the background. This one, they're just playing the fucking clown music, like...
I didn't mean you need to go all out or anything.
Oh,
A
no.
little restraint would still be nice.
My lectures, as you call them, only persist as long as is necessary.
Oh, I think I'm coming down with a stomach ache. We'll talk later, okay? Okay, see ya.
You honestly expect me to believe that? Come back here, Claude.
Well... How terrible. I can assure you that lecturing someone when they completely don't understand what you're talking about is
No.
It's good to take a break. Good to take a break. Good to take a break. What else we got? We've already watched this one, I believe.
Lythia, it's no good for you to expose yourself.
Yeah,
to
I'm gonna
such
skip this
strong
because
sunlight.
we've already watched this one. Also, I can do with Lorenz being on the screen as little as possible. I don't remember this one, though.
Ah, there's yet another option.
No, I do remember this one, because basically the entirety of Hilda's and Lorenz's thing is like, Hilda being like, please help me, and then Lorenz is like, but of course, ma'am. Of course. Of course I would help you. Any day, of course. She's like, wow. This guy's a beta cock. She was exposing herself. How could you skip? Exposing herself as in being in sunlight? Why, hello there, Lythia. I can't help but notice you are incredibly white. Have you considered wearing sunscreen?
Hey, Ignatz?
You still doing that thing. Go.
Hey, Ignatz is here. What's gotten into him?
Remember when we talked about that thing with the dying and the weird stuff and the... You're still avoiding me.
Hey, you've been acting weird lately. Are you sick or something?
Raphael! No, I'm fine.
That
what's going on with you?
is
Are you
wild.
worried about something? Want to talk about it?
I don't know about worried. It's just, you know, your parents.
Hey now!
You're an all-star. Get your game on. Go play. Hey now.
Thought I told you to
You're a
drop
rock
it.
star.
Just
Get the
forget
show
about
on. Get paid. All that glitter is gold. Or all that glitters is gold.
Well, what were they
Only
supposed to do
shooting
about it?
stars
It's not like
break
they
the
can, parents. And besides,
mold.
that's our folks you're
It's a
talking
cool
about.
place, and they say it
got
gets
nothing to do with
colder.
us, right?
You're bundled up now.
Can't
Wait
help
till
but
you
feel
get older.
responsible. Like I owe you somehow.
Look, if you want to do something, just be my pal like you used to. We can eat tasty meals together, play games, make jokes.
I
and
was
laugh
paying no
until our
attention to
bellies
this.
hurt.
Are you sure that's what you want?
Of course it is. We were friends before, and there's no reason
You're not
we
bad
can't
at
be
singing.
friends
I should
now.
hope so.
Raphael,
There was mandatory 1 year of choir class.
and I'm sorry about before.
Nothing is better than All-Star and Dead Parents. So awful.
Hello.
What's another one? Oh, yeah, so Hey Now is permanently ingrained into All-Star. It's like it's a conditioned response. And also every time my DM says you make your way down, like you make your way down to like the dock or something, it's like you make your way downtown, walking fast, faces pass, and you're homebound. Da 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 da. Oh, man. Terrible. Terrible.
Where is that darn ladder?
Wow. Actually, height challenge problems.
I can't find the
Couldn't
ladder
be me.
anywhere, and I needed to check out the books up on that top shelf.
Want me to just grab one for you?
No, I need to be able to dig around myself.
No problem. You could sit on my shoulders instead.
That is cute.
Up you go.
Uppies. Uppies.
I hope nobody saw that. Anyway, thank you. That was helpful. I can't believe how many fantastic books were hidden just out of reach up there. Thanks for being so patient while I rummaged.
No problem at all. It was my pleasure.
Hey, Raphael.
Oh, man.
Extra nice to me. Is it because I remind you of your sister Maya?
Yeah, I can't help but think about her whenever I see you around. We lost our parents when she was still real little, so she never had adults around to do stuff for her. That's probably why she grew up to be the kind of kid who wants to do everything on her own.
Oh.
That's certainly something I can relate to.
I keep telling her that it's okay to rely on her big bro a little bit. Like, when there's stuff she can't do because she's too small. She just needs to ask someone bigger to do it. I told her that she could help me when I'm having trouble with stuff too. Then we would be even.
Young or old, we can all help one another out. We each have our strengths and weaknesses. Receiving help and providing help in return. It sounds so simple, really.
It is simple! I knew you'd get it.
I do. And I hope you understand that you can come to me for help too, Raphael. I can't be the only one receiving aid. It makes me feel incompetent and like a kid. I hate that.
I know that this is a targeted slander campaign about me being 5'3" totally. Definitely, absolutely 5'3". But we all know that I'm actually a 6 foot Giga Chad with a chiseled jawline. So, I was gonna say that there was exactly one time in my life where there was an incredibly small friend of mine who I had to like do kitchen work with, basically. And exactly one time, there's one time I witnessed in 4K, like friend. We were actually more like acquaintances. I didn't really know her that well. She actually ended up dating a friend of mine. No idea where they're at now. I don't know. Maybe they're together. Didn't really keep up with them. But at the time, she was just like, I cannot reach this flower. Please help me. The flower, we need to restock the flower. It is on the top shelf. Please, I am under the water. Please help me. Because as we all know, I am a 6 foot Giga Chad with a chiseled jawline. So, yes. That is the one notable example in my life where I was like, wow. Imagine actually being height challenged. That's crazy. Couldn't be me.
Alright then.
We definitely didn't get a stool to,
I bet it's a disaster
to get it.
knowing you. I'll help you on that front, but I've got some rules on how to keep things tidy. You'll need to listen up.
If you could help with the actual tidying, that would probably be better. No need to bother with rules. I don't really do so good with remembering the complicated stuff.
So true, dude.
I got an idea. It would be even better if you could just come by and tidy up from now on. If you keep helping me, then I can help you whenever you need it. No guilt.
Whenever I need it, huh? How long does that offer hold?
From now on. Like for always. I don't know what's so difficult to understand.
For always sounds nice. I'm fine with that.
How long is this coupon good for? I don't know, forever, I guess. Fucking Raph. Damn Raph.
Eating? In the dining hall. You?
What do you mean? The dining hall's where I do most of my eating.
If only the old version of you could hear you say that. It seems to me you've taken more care with your appearance of late, too.
Or forever isn't too long, how sad. That's fucked up, man. That's not, that's kind of crazy.
Of course not, Ingrid. A proper knight has to be neat and tidy.
Alright, what have you done with Raphael?
It's all thanks to you. You said I had to clean up if I wanted to be a knight, so I started being more careful. Do you think I have what it takes now?
You've certainly become more knightly than before. But there's plenty yet to do to become a proper knight. It's not as simple as eating where you're meant to and not being covered in gravy.
Maybe I'd have a better chance if I just married you.
What is that?
I appreciate Raph has clothes that fit him properly now.
You're real cultured, that's all.
Yes.
You already taught me to be neat and tidy.
Instead of him busting out of his fucking shirt.
That would be quite the undertaking for me. Listen, Raphael, that's sweet of you. However, as I've said before, I've no intention to marry. Let's cast aside this talk of marriage, and instead embolden one another to be the best knights we can be.
You're right. Probably a better idea to just embolden each other instead. As long as I still get your help with becoming a proper knight.
Sorry, that line really felt like, you know, whenever you go like, here, let me demonstrate. Let me show it to you. She's got that Chrono Crusade ending. Yeah, it sounds like she's got that Chrono Crusade ending. I know what that means, which is why I reiterated it and said it back to you. Like, it gave that kind of vibe. Yes, we should embolden each other. I know what the word embolden means.
Huh. I don't know about that. I'm pretty tough. But I guess if anyone could beat me, it'd probably be you, Ingrid. Guaranteed.
Thank you, Raphael. That means
Yes,
a lot to
Ingrid,
me.
please beat me up. I beg of you. Ignatz.
Oh, Professor, here's the map you...
I'm talking to someone,
As
Ignatz?
always next time, I suppose.
Leave me alone?
Hey, Ignatz! Didn't you have something to talk to the professor about?
Oh no, nothing urgent. You didn't cut short your conversation because of me, did you?
Come on, do I seem like the type to do that? No, I just had a couple of questions about the bows. We're done now, so I thought I'd come and tell you.
The bows? Is something wrong with them?
Lots of them have come in for repairs lately, so I switched out some of the strings for stronger ones. They've been breaking less, but now they're harder to draw.
Ah, I see. I suppose people would prefer if you went back to the lighter bowstrings.
Maybe. If the only issue was the draw weight, I'd just tell people to get stronger arms.
Just get more swole, idiot.
Shoot as fast. The arrows
Just get
also
more
fly too far
jacked.
now.
I can see how slower shooting is a drawback, but the arrows flying farther, that actually sounds like a good thing.
Sure, on open plains, but up close you lose accuracy. That's why I thought it might be good to use different bowstrings for different scenarios. I wanted the professor's opinion about that.
Oh, good point. You know a lot about bows, don't you?
Yes, I do. I grew up in a hunting village, so I've been around them my whole life. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily better than anyone, but at least I know what I'm doing. And you? Do you have something you're really good at?
Being a nerd.
Oh no, I don't think so.
Well, I'm sure you'll find your thing someday.
I hope so.
Oh, it just ends there. Sorry, sometimes the lines feel very out of nowhere because they feel like something I would never say in a conversation. It's like, wow, you're really good at bows. Like, wow. Does she not know he paints? Well, that was their C support, so, like, theoretically it's supposed to be, like, pre-time skip. They don't really know each other. So, assumably, yes, they would not know that he draws. Or paints, I should say.
Caspar, how have you been?
Oh, Shamir. I've been normal. Yep, totally normal.
What's wrong?
Nothing's wrong. Everything's normal.
Everything is normal.
Try to act like it. If something is bothering you, say it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, everything's normal. So you should tell me why everything is normal.
Alright, fine. You got me. truth is that I heard something about you. I heard you fought in the battle between the Empire and Dagda.
Yes. And?
And
I feel
heard that
personally
you
responsible for
lost
that.
someone important in that battle.
Perhaps. What's your point?
No
Man,
point,
I
not
love
trying to make a
Shamir.
point. I just didn't know you were involved in all that. I was hoping we could be friends, but you fought against the Empire. You obviously have every reason to hate them, so I'm sure you don't want me around.
Shamir's just like, literally, what are you talking about? Like, what the fuck?
What does my past have to do with you?
She's so based. Fucking love Shamir.
My father was responsible for a lot of what happened to the Dagdans.
Casper, you're saying a lot of words. You're saying a lot of words, Casper, that I that I don't care about.
Are you responsible for your father's actions?
Holy!
Well, no.
So based, dude.
I know I wasn't there, but I gotta...
I love
Bring them
Shamir.
Huh?
Huh?
If you're responsible, then bring back the lives that were lost. If you can't, then spare me your pity.
But...
Damn.
Yesterday's enemy is today's ally. You have to abandon old feuds. Only then can you face me as a friend.
Man, love Shamir. Yeah. That was crazy. Are you responsible for killing them? Then bring him back from the dead, fucker. That's great. Shamir's awesome.
Shamir, can I be having your time? There is a thought that is giving me great concern.
Let's hear it, Petra.
If Dagda is ever invading Fodlan again, what will you be doing?
I'd join the army of Dagda. I'd
Nice.
lay waste to Fodlan and return to my homeland.
If that is the truth, then I am having one more question for you. If
We're
that
gonna be
was
invading
happening,
Fodlan.
and all of us were fighting for Fodlan, would you be fighting us too?
Yeah.
Of course. You expect me to die for you? You should be prepared to do the same. Your homeland would likely join Dagda.
So, that is your truth.
Maybe. If you'd asked me 5 years ago.
Hmm?
I've been a mercenary since childhood. Always fighting for a bounty. If my allies didn't pay, I'd side with the enemy. It's why I became a sniper. Easier to dispose of anyone with a reward on their head. It's also why I joined the Knights of Seros. I owed them a debt, but that's all changed.
You are not fighting for money now?
That's right.
Imagine
When I see
having
everyone
one
fighting for
hair
Fodlan,
strand just
feel inclined to
awkwardly
help. I won't die for the cause.
situating
I will
itself
protect
in the middle of
everyone.
your face.
If the army of Dagda engaged you,
Slightly over one eyeball.
Hearing that is giving...
It looks like it's gonna
gives me
poke
great
her eye
joy.
out.
Until the war is finished, let us fight together.
All righty then. I think that's all the supports. We have also now talked to everybody in the monastery. I think that's gonna be it, because I don't think we're gonna accomplish anything in 15 minutes. I cannot start a new map. I still have to do all the activities in the monastery, etc. So, what am I fighting for? Well, she's fighting for money, clearly. Right? She just said that? She didn't say that? Okay. That's going to be it for today, I think. So, we will pick up Fire Emblem next week on Saturday. I think I'm going to get to the end of the month. And if there are any paralogs that I can do that are repeats, I'll do them. But we'll probably end up doing paralogs as well sometime next week. Maybe. If I remember. The monastery sections take a little bit longer because we're post time skip now. But yeah. What I'm going to say is, hey, if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your support as always. I will see you next time. I will try to do a schedule for next week because I want to play Blueprints and we're going to watch some anime probably on Wednesday because Rance sponsored that for thingamajig. Egg? What the how am I an egg? Might be a while before you have the levels to take on most of the paralogs. That's what you think. My units are broken. Alright. But yeah, I should have a schedule for next week because there are more things that kind of need to be scheduled in order for them to work. So, at the very least, we probably won't play Blueprints tomorrow. It might be Thursday or Friday. So, your unit, singular, is broken. There's a number of them. But yeah, so that's it, everybody, and I will see you later. Goodbye. Goodbye.